So in the second part of Numbers, we're talking about two groups of holy people set aside to the Lord, especially within Israel. One is the Levites, and because of their family, some specific reasons that God is going to delineate here. And then the Nazarites, which is more of a personal decision, making a personal vow of wanting to worship the Lord through kind of making these sacrifices and setting yourself aside. It's called a sacrifice of separation. So the Levites, we're told here, are set aside because in Egypt, the firstborn children were killed by the plague, but the firstborn children of Israel were spared. And so to redeem those children, God says, I'm calling Levites to myself to serve me. They serve him in the tabernacle and later the temple. They have various different services they do there. They move they're the ones who are allowed to actually move the tent and move the things within it because they're holy things. They don't have their own land. Instead, they receive the tithe that's for the Lord of the land from the different tribes, and they live there. For the Nazarites, we see them separate themselves in a few ways. They don't drink alcohol during the time of their vow. They aren't allowed to touch dead bodies at all, even of a loved one. So they're even called it even holier and standard than the normal people. And then they grow out their hair. They're not allowed to cut their hair. So all these things are showing that, hey, I'm setting myself aside for the Lord for this specific time.